of friends, excitement, and learning. Amid all that, my two younger brothers also came on the scene during my primary years. The older one was born when I was 6 and the younger when I was 8, so being a responsible older sister was also in full swing. The four of us have always been close, even if we are different. My brothers are not alike at all, just like my sister and I. We're like chalk and cheese, but we love hanging out together, and I think that our differences in character have meant that both my brothers and my sister have always been my friends as well as my siblings. We were always a team, and I still remember how the four of us used to attend Arabic school together on a Saturday. I absolutely hated it. The teachers were too strict and the syllabus was so difficult to follow. My sister, brothers and I used to get up to no good, making fun of the teachers and generally misbehaving. We used to bunk off lessons as much as possible along with our fellow Harfi Egyptian mates. My siblings and I appreciate the fact that being a Harfi means having memorable experiences on both sides of our cultures. Holidays were spent either in Egypt or on a weekend away in Wallasey, Merseyside, with our grandparents. Some of my fondest memories are from the Mersey coast, the long brisk walks with the dog along the seashore, the fish and chips on the pier and being knee-deep in water, scouring for crabs. On the other side, in Egypt, holidays were very different but just as fun. When we were in Cairo for Eid, we'd get a goodie bag of treats from our Egyptian grandma, who we called Teta. Then we'd go up to the balcony with our cousins to throw down firecracker balls. After our antics, we'd watch the non-stop street parties go by, the parade of horses dressed in bright colours, the bustling crowds of happy families, and the standstill traffic that played a cacophony of tooting car horns. Back in London, Eid wasn't quite as crazy, but it had its own flavour. The community would get together and eat endless plates of food. There'd be Eid parties at Regent's Park Mosque and lots of idea, money that elders give to the youngsters, which I, of course, loved. Eid wasn't the only highlight of my childhood. Again, my dual upbringing meant I was able to enjoy non-Muslim traditions too. And Christmas was big in our family. We always looked forward to enjoying the festive season with our maternal grandparents. I have so many amazing memories of waking up to stockings bursting with prezzies and running down the stairs with the dog to see the dazzling, ginormous tree towering over mounds of wrapped gifts. We'd have crackers at the dinner table, roast dinner, and always a game of Monopoly before bedtime. On paper, my maternal grandparents were Church of England. Although they never talked about religion, they always celebrated Christmas and other big events. Even at Easter, every year my granddad arranged egg hunts for us. I'm feeling so much nostalgia just sitting here writing about it. It's funny, I have fonder memories of Christmas than I do of Eid, mainly because of the magical atmosphere that there is around Christmas time in Britain. I really consider myself to be one of the lucky ones. Some Muslims say it's not allowed to mark Christmas, but I believe it's a vital part of the national British culture, and therefore it's a part of me too. I am so happy that I got to experience a harmony of different cultures and traditions in my life. I feel a little sad that my own kids won't have exactly the same experiences, but we all have our own different, unique lives and they get to experience another mixture of cultures. All I can say is that I'm just so grateful for mine. It shaped my life and who I am now. But let's rewind to when I was 11 years old. After 5 years of being settled in London, my parents decided to move to Wales. Yep, there's been a lot of moving in my life. But to be honest, I've never minded it. We went to Cairo every summer for 2 months, so I've always felt like I have more than one home. And here was another to add to the collection. My dad had visited Cardiff for an exhibition, as he was trading in Egyptian souvenirs at the time. Basically, he quite liked the city. Well, actually, he really liked it, so we all prepared for the next phase of our life. It happened pretty fast. We relocated during half-term and it took my parents a few weeks to find a suitable school for us. When my sister and I finally joined our secondary school, bang in the middle of term, we were each paraded at the front of the class for everyone to gawk at and welcome as the new kids. This was done separately again. Of course, God forbid you keep twins together, or else they'll never learn to make friends or know how to cope in the world. We'd been at an all-girls school in London for the first half of the year, but our new school was co-ed. I spent the rest of Year 7 trying to make friends and figure out this whole new playing field. Suddenly, there was such a thing as a bad boy. School kids having fags, a whole crowd of chavs, and gangs of popular pretty girls ruling the roost. It was a far cry from what I had imagined school to be like in Wales. I thought we'd be surrounded by rolling countryside, that there'd be super strict teachers, and that we'd be the only Muslim kids in the whole school. None of that happened. Our new Welsh school was incredibly diverse. There were plenty of Muslims, Hindus, Christians, and kids of all other faiths.